There's almost no other topic out there that is driving me more nuts than glucose spikes. And if you are afraid of glucose spikes, you should definitely watch that video right now. I'm here on Palm Beach. I recently moved here like 4 months ago. I moved to West Palm Beach, but obviously the beach is called Palm Beach. Let me show you a little bit. I'm pretty much alone here. It's really nice. And let me come back. Let me get the camera back to me. Oh, the sun is coming out, look! Right when I started the video. So, if you're afraid of glucose spikes, this video is for you because it is, I don't even know where to start, but it is basically one of the craziest brainwashing out there that has happened in the last couple of years. And it's also one of the biggest conditionings for human beings that is keeping you sick and that is keeping you stuck and that is preventing you from eating the most healthiest foods on the planet in abundance. So a lot of people nowadays say, there's especially one person that says this, but a lot of people say that, oh, you need to be careful of glucose spikes. You need to be careful of insulin spikes. Oh, but when I eat that mango, it will spike my insulin. But when I eat that banana, it will spike my glucose. And they're afraid of that. Because a lot of people on the internet say, by the way, a lot of people that never got anybody better, that just want to sell you their anti-glucose spike supplements, but they actually don't even work with people. They just sell you supplements. They're just hopping from one podcast to another podcast, trying to yap there without any real results, without getting a single person better. Like, not getting any person better, but talking about how bad glucose spikes for you are. You should be afraid of fruit. You should never eat too many fruits because everything is spiking your glucose. Glucose is feeding cancer, which is also not true. And you know, they talk all about that misinformation the whole time without knowing anything about blood sugar. Anything. They don't know shit about blood sugar. It's crazy. And then everybody's afraid because these videos go viral, or maybe there's a whole agenda behind that to brainwash people, to prevent them from eating fruits, because fruit is actually the most important food you have to eat as much as you like if you want to be healthy, if you want to stay young, if you want to get healthy, if you want to cleanse your liver, if you want to have antioxidants for your skin, if you want to have vitamins for your skin, vitamin C specifically. It's like by far the most important food you have to eat. And you can eat it as much as you like, to any time of the day. But here is what they don't understand and what they don't understand. When people say, first of all, a glucose spike is nothing bad. An insulin spike is nothing bad. Your main energy source of your body, your main energy source in your body is glucose, okay? My brain right now runs on glucose. I just ate a couple dates. I just had some coconut water. There's glucose in there. It's helping me to think. It's keeping my brain from atrophying. It's cooling my brain down when it's overheating, when I'm in stress. Okay, it's feeding brain cells. It's delivering the nutrients that are attached to the food, especially to the fruit, to the date, for example. There's potassium in there. In the coconut water, there's potassium in there that's lighting up my brain, that's building neurotransmitter chemicals in my brain, helping my brain to think clearly, helping electrical impulses to hop from one neuron to another neuron, protecting my brain. It's delivering nutrients to your brain if you're eating fruit. It's the most important energy source our bodies run on. My brain works like this, your brain works like this, my liver runs on glucose, your liver runs on glucose, my muscles run on glucose, Your muscles run on glucose. What else? Everything in our bodies runs on glucose. That's why that's the main thing they want you to be afraid of. Because if you would not be afraid of glucose, you would eat more fruit and you would be more healthy. But that's not the goal. Since everything is running on glucose, our bodies created that incredible, amazing mechanism that when you eat a piece of that glorious, fantastic, nourishing fruit, like a mango, that is attached to, as well, sodium, that is attached to magnesium, the glucose in there. It's great for your muscles, great for your brain, great for your liver, has beta-carotene, amazing for your skin. So our body, God, whoever you believe, the universe, whoever created us, I don't know who created us, God maybe, yeah, if you want to say so, God. Doesn't even matter who created us. Created that amazing mechanism that our pancreas produce insulin to get the glucose into the cells. Amazing. That's how our bodies deliver nutrients. That's how our bodies get energy. That's how we thrive. If you look at breast milk, okay, breast milk is sugar water. It is mainly sugar water. If you ever tried it, I mean, most of us tried it, but we can't remember it, obviously. I saw videos on Instagram where the dad was trying 5 different milks, like cashew milk, dairy, hemp milk, or like oat milk, breast milk, and goat milk or something. He was trying all of that. He said, when he was trying it, he didn't see them. He tried it, and he was like, that is the most sweetest milk I ever tried out of all of them. And it was the human breast milk. Because human breast milk is sugar water. It's what developing the baby's brain. It's what's growing the muscles, what's growing everything. It's what our bodies run on. And the insulin is there to get the glucose into the cells. It's amazing. But now some idiots came up with the idea that is a bad thing. The glucose spike itself is a bad thing. And I agree that blood sugar problems or blood sugar spikes that are too high or blood sugar that is too low is not good. I 100% agree with that. It's not good at all. But what they don't understand is that if you eat a piece of fruit and your glucose raises, and your glucose levels, your blood sugar levels, they rise a little bit, they increase, you get the nectar, the insulin from the pancreas, and that helps to get the glucose into the cell, and the blood sugar drops again, and the nutrients get delivered into your body, and you're happy, and I'm happy, and the blood sugar goes to a normal level again. That's how it's supposed to be. It's a good thing that you have a blood sugar increase when you eat a piece of fruit. That's how our bodies function. It's like me right now, when I'm getting out of my desk, when I'm going to the beach and I'm walking, my heart rate increases. But when I'm going back and when I'm sitting down again, my heart rate drops again. That's how we work. That's a normal, completely normal reaction from our bodies. But no, we're afraid of glucose spikes nowadays because it's a bad thing. Do you think like some Aborigines or some people that are living on islands 200 years ago or even now, when they look on a tree, when I go on a tree, when I see a coconut, when I see a mango tree, do you think they, oh my God, shit, I'm not gonna eat the mango right now because it's gonna spike my glucose? It's like growing from nature, from God. It's like the fruits grow with light. You literally eat light, and we are afraid of this. It's insane. And then they don't even know when you have real blood sugar problems that it is the fats that you eat that cause the blood sugar problems. Fat cause insulin surges. Fat cause blood sugar spikes. Blood sugar spikes that are too high and insulin surges that are too crazy. Why is that? Here's the biggest problem. What they want for you is, oh, the glucose is not good for you, the glucose spikes. You need to have fats with it, you need to have proteins with it. That's how you can control your blood sugar. You should have more fats and proteins in general. Carbs are bad. Carbs is bad for you. It's not good for your liver. It's going to give you fatty liver. Be afraid of fruit juices. Be afraid of fruit in general. Fruit is okay, but don't eat too much of it because you're going to spike your insulin too much. The fat is causing the insulin spikes. Shit, I'm going to lose my voice. The thing is, I'm alone here and I can scream. It's actually super nice. But let's calm down for a second. What's happening is, if you combine fats and sugar together, okay? Let's say you eat the mango with nuts. Let's say you eat the mango with a little bit of nuts. The fat from the nuts is going to interfere with the absorption of the glucose and fructose from the mango. What's happening is then you have the glucose that is stuck in your bloodstream because the fats prevent glucose from entering cells, and the fats prevent the insulin from attaching to the glucose first of all, and then from opening up the tissue cells where the glucose has to enter. And then what's happening is your pancreas are like, holy shit, we don't get the glucose into the cells. We need to produce more insulin. The pancreas are exhausting themselves to produce more insulin, to get the insulin into the cell, to get the glucose from the mango into the cell, because the nuts are preventing the absorption of the glucose from the mango, because you eat it together. And that's an insulin surge. That's where you get higher insulin levels. That's where you get higher blood sugar levels, because the glucose has nowhere to go. The glucose can't be absorbed into the bloodstream because of the fats. It's the same when you would eat potatoes and steak together. Potato, amazing food for you. Demonized. It's making you fat. It's just carbs. It's the most important energy for you. It's one of the best sources of energy your body can get. It's high in lysine. Kills off viruses in your body. Everybody is crazy with viruses. And I'm just going to turn around here because they look at me like I should not film here. But there's so many mansions here, like the most expensive houses in the whole US. So I don't know if they would like me to film here. But that's the problem. The fats are the problem. And that's what people don't understand. And then they're afraid of glucose spikes from fruit. It's absolutely crazy and insane to be afraid of fruit. You should be afraid of the fats that you eat, because the fats are causing the whole problem that everybody talks about, but they recommend you eating fats and proteins instead of the glucose, instead of the healing fruit that you need to eat. It's absolutely insane. And that's where people get, I was talking about the steak and the potatoes. If you combine steak and potatoes together, you cause immediate insulin resistance. If you would just eat potatoes and a salad, and there's no oil in there, there's no fat in there, there would be nothing that interferes with the absorption of the glucose. There would be a small insulin, like a small spike in glucose, and then it would lower again, no problem. If you eat fats and sugar together, like the steak and the potatoes, your insulin would rise up way higher, because it would have, your pancreas see, oh my God, we can't get the glucose from the potatoes into your cells. Produce more insulin, more insulin, more insulin, because the fats interfere with the whole process. The fats interfere with the whole process of doing that. It's the same when you eat rice and something with coconut milk. Plant fats are way easier to digest, okay? The animal fats, dairy, worst food for your blood sugar. If you're afraid of glucose spikes, don't do dairy, I swear. Dairy is a combination of fat and sugar. It's a combination of fat and lactose. If you eat, the moment you eat dairy, you cause instant insulin resistance. Instant. And people don't understand that. I have type 2 diabetes clients that get rid of their blood sugar problems, that are like have a blood sugar from 7 to 8, we get it down to 4.5, we get it down to 5.5 by having a high carb diet and a low fat high carb diet. It's the complete opposite of what everybody tells you. And it works. And I have the results. But everybody else on the internet is trying to sell you anti-glucose spike supplements. That's their business. Their business is to trick you into believing, oh, I'm afraid of glucose spike, I need that anti-glucose spike supplement because otherwise I'm going to age faster, which is not true. I mean, it is kind of true if you have blood sugar problems that you age faster, but it's not true that you get glucose spikes from eating fruit. And then people say, oh, the sugar from orange juice is the same as Coca-Cola. It's like, sometimes I think I'm going to lose my mind completely, and I get brain dead when I listen to that insane misinformation. It's like comparing orange juice, okay, and orange. Imagine an orange tree. Just imagine it. The sun was shining on it. The orange tree is going, like, it has roots that go into the earth, getting minerals, getting vitamin C, putting it into an orange, putting water into the orange. It has calcium in there, drawing calcium from the earth, getting it into the orange, absorbing the sunlight, doing photosynthesis, using the light to grow, using water to grow, a process that takes, I don't know how long it takes to grow an orange. And then you squeeze that orange juice and you drink it fresh, and it's like nutrient, it's like therapy, it's like medicine, it's like nutritional delivery for your brain and for your liver. It's not causing fatty liver, by the way. Orange juice is not causing fatty liver. Fat is causing fatty liver. You've been tricked there as well. I have a video about fatty liver if you want to listen to that as well. Just Google fatty liver Theo Bergmann on YouTube. You will see that video as well. So, and then you compare that, and I just told you, if you use the glucose, if you use the just the fresh orange juice, it's like eating a mango. It's not the same, but it's like drinking the fruit basically. You have a little glucose spike, and then it goes down again because there are no fats in your bloodstream if you would eat low fat. But you don't do that. And then people are saying, oh, when I drink orange juice, I hope my voice is not gonna crack. But people say, oh, when I drink orange juice, my blood sugar is going crazy. Yes, because you have so much fat in your bloodstream from the meals you ate before, from the meals you ate the day before, from the meals you had in a day. Your bloodstream is constantly filled with fats, and you get the craziest glucose spikes. You're already insulin resistant because of your high fat, high protein diet. You messed up your liver, you messed up your adrenals, you messed up your pancreas again. And then when you eat something healthy, your body is trying to tell you, or you see, holy shit, you already have insulin resistance. And then you have that glucose spike, that crazy glucose spike when you eat a piece of fruit because you're already insulin resistant. The carbs don't show you, the glucose spike doesn't show you that the carbs are the problem. The carbs are the messenger of showing that something is wrong. Think about that UV light, okay? When you go to a criminal scene, police comes, you go to a criminal scene, and you basically, like there are all of these footprints and these how do you call it, footprints and the fingerprints and all of that is on the crime scene. And then they use that UV light to detect that. So the UV light is showing that there's something wrong or what happened. These are the carbs. Would you blame the UV light of showing the crime scene, of showing what actually happened? No, you would say, oh my God, thanks for the UV light because now I see what's actually going on. These are the carbs. The carbs show you if you have blood sugar problems, that you have insulin resistance, that you eat too many fats, that your liver is struggling because blood sugar problems actually start in the liver. And that's actually what's going on. That is actually what's going on. And I had type 1 diabetes clients, super stabilized your blood sugar. They said there was no doctor on earth that could help me the same way as I did, getting their blood sugar stable. I have type 2 diabetes clients, completely reversed it. But I'm afraid of glucose spikes if I would eat a mango. Yeah, you should be afraid of the fats. When you say I'm afraid of eating a mango, you're basically saying you're afraid of life. You're afraid of having good skin. You're afraid of looking vital. You're afraid of healing. You're afraid of cleansing your liver. It's crazy. You're afraid of having a good sleep, especially when it comes to mango. It's absolutely insane. And the people you're listening to online don't even work with people that have chronic health issues. They don't even work with people that have the same problems. If you would have blood sugar problems, I mean, go to your doctor, of course, but then listen to other people on the internet. They don't even work with people that have blood sugar problems. The only thing that they're doing is they show their freaking affiliate links in their bio. They create their own anti-glucose spike supplements to bankroll off of your fear, not getting you better. It's not doing anything for you. Giving you wrong advice. Didn't get a single person better in their whole life. Writing bogus books about, oh, you should avoid processed food. Yeah, we got that message already. It's just insane out there. And then people like you that are really chronically sick and that really need the help don't eat fruit, which is the most important food you should eat. And you're afraid of potatoes, you're afraid of sweet potatoes. It's just insane out there. So don't be afraid of fruit. You can have as much as you want. Then there's always the question, oh, but what about in the evening? It does not matter. Just don't combine it with the fats. Then you get it easily into the body. And it doesn't create any problems with your blood sugar, with your insulin, because that's how our bodies work. That's how our bodies function. And you should always remember that. And I have clients that I have to tell this almost every day. It's like almost you can't get their brain back. It's like almost you just can't go there anymore. It's like, it's almost impossible. It's like a psyop. It's like a psychological operation almost on the brain. Like what kind of, it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. But if you really are interested in like getting your blood sugar stable, if you have blood sugar problems, or if you have some form of chronic health issues, and you have a successful career, like you're a professional or a business owner, and you need help with that, there's a link, everybody, because the situation is very individual for everybody. So since the situation is every individual, we need to look at every single case. And you have the chance to book your call on my website. It's www.theobergmann.com. The link is in the description. And there you can book your free discovery call. And there we would figure out if and how I can help you even first to see, okay, all right, chronic fatigue, thyroid problems, diabetes, whatever you have going on, we can look at that and we can see if we can get you better with that. And then we would move on to a strategy call, which will be like for 60 to 90 minutes, where I would show you a strategy on how you can achieve your health goals. And if so, to achieve your health goals basically. And that call is with me, that's free as well. And I would highly recommend you doing that, because if you don't take care of your health, if you're still staying in the same old conditioning and you're still doing the same things over and over again without getting better, like what do you expect? Do you expect like doing the same thing over and over again and getting different results? So you need to change something. So I would highly recommend you doing that. Book the call, the link is in the description. And www.theobergmann.com. I hope this opened your eyes a little bit, and hopefully we can talk soon. Greetings from Palm Beach. Bye-bye.